We have a gentleman named Conrad Penner, who is here in the studio.
Hey, everybody.
That's Conrad, and he is a local musician, and admittedly very hard to introduce because you are someone who does a lot of musical stuff.
And at the Drive Fest, Master Steve.
That's right. We have a mutual friend, Steve, who is a music publisher I got to know, and he's just been a wonderful source of great music, local music for me to discover that was off my radar just because there's just so much happening.
I know, we have a lot of mutual friends. Mutual friends, me and you, yeah.
That's right.
Vancouver rockers stuff.
And so Conrad we're going to be playing for some of his music during this show. And Conrad, actually, I just want to get these mics work out.
C3PO.
Yeah, just want to
make sure. Got to mention Wicked Mix. Our buddy Francis in Edmonton's our friend, co-friends with Steve.
Okay.
Miss you, Francis, and we'll play one of his tracks on his SoundCloud. He's the best rapper I ever met, one of my best friends, and miss him.
Okay.
I'll to do some live stuff with him again someday.
So basically, Conrad is involved in multiple projects, and as he's just mentioned, friends. So we're going to learn about a whole variety of music today. And also at the end of the show, we have Janice McKenzie might be popping in again to let us know about some of her favourite records. So, Conrad, let's start with So, who are you, Conrad? How long have you been an active musician here in the city of Vancouver?
Oh, in Vancouver? Yeah, I got here in 1999, playing here and there. I was playing in Ontario before that, before I got here.
Okay.
Yeah, I originally came here for recording school, so that was fun.
Oh, okay.
It was an adventure.
And where were you from in Toronto? Oh, in Ontario.
Belleville, Ontario, just 2 hours east of Toronto.
Okay.
And grew up there in Nova Scotia before that, and my uncle and a lot of family and cousins in Chicago. And my dad, they're all like super musicians. My dad's a piano teacher and a full-on nerd. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And my uncle was a conservatory piano teacher in Chicago, one of the higher ranking ones in the States. He just passed away, but he was the epic, famous musician in the family.
Okay.
Everyone else kind of does it on their own thing, but yeah, I mean, we got it. We love it. Music.
Yeah.
So I've been playing piano since I was little, and then learned drums and trumpet and guitar and bass through grade school, high school. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's no wonder that you are involved in so many things, and geez, I barely even know where to start.
No, me neither.
Yeah. So
yeah, I was born.
Well, we'll be right back with a little bit of music from Conrad Penner. This is CiTR Radio and Stranded, the Australian Canadian Music and Talk Show.
$1 billion on the ground, all stretched out and uncurled, would extend about 4 times around the circumference of the world.
Become a friend of CiTR and get great discounts in the West End at
212 Productions Limited, The Baker and the Chef, Bang on T-shirts, Biztrude Records, Dream Apparel and Articles for People, Down Levy Snack Bar, The Fall Tattooed, Fortune Sound Club, Hits Boutique, Pacific Cinematheque, Perch, Project Space, Scratch Records, Vinyl Records, and Zoo Shop.
It pays to be a friend of CiTR. To find out more, visit us in room 233 of the Sub on the UBC campus or online at citr.ca.
Okay, so we're back here on CiTR Radio, and this is Stranded, and extra special guest is Conrad Penner.
Extraterrestrial. Yeah.
He is
a space scum. That's my friend Michael Exner, from bass player from Kill Matilda. They're kicking a lot of ass.
Oh,
you know them?
They're good friends of mine. Yeah,
but
Dusty. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael. That's me and Michael on this track.
Oh, okay.
Like an industrial type song, and went weird. And I was playing his guitar upside down. We each did 3 guitar tracks. So it was weird industrial beat and 6 guitars, and that was our little adventure one day.
Okay.
It's the only thing I've ever recorded with him, but I love it.
So that's the track we've queued up first, so folks can get a sense of what one of the things that Conrad does. So Space Scum is the name of the song?
Yeah, it's kind of just a hard industrial rock jam, and make up your own words. But It's pretty fun. I always enjoy it.
With the bassist from Kill Matilda joining you.
Yeah, but we programmed a beat together, and then we both laid down a bunch of guitar tracks, and we were
Okay.
just hanging out one day, and that's what we came up with.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's get right into it. So
In
people.
2009 or something. I forget.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Conrad Penner. You can find this on Reverb Nation, and the track is called Space Scum.
Michael Exner.
Michael Exner
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, Dusty's husband.
Dusty's husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hardworking man.
You want
Okay.
Mikey, Dusty?
Here we go. Wow, that was great. That
Pretty
was
scum.
a track. Conrad Penner with Mikkel. Is that how you pronounce Michael?
Excellent.
Michael Exner, bassist from Kill Matilda, who we know well on the show because we've interviewed Dusty here before.
Yeah, we did that on his couch one day after playing too many video games, I think.
Ah,
Their couch.
okay.
Now they're married and
They're married,
Happy
and,
with
and
that.
and they have some new tracks recorded
Killing
too.
Matildas. Yeah, I can't wait to hear their new stuff. And our friend Marcus is their drummer.
Yeah,
They're awesome.
If
Can't
it-
wait
yeah.
to see them live again.
yeah. That one of the great, female-fronted hard rock bands in the city.
Yeah.
So we're talking with Conrad Penner. He is our special studio guest today on the show. This is Stranded, the Australian Canadian music and talk show.
How you
So
going? How you going? Just rock on up.
that's right. So Conrad,
Hi, Australia.
hello.
Canada. Yeah. What are you going to say?
Okay, so we have, we have you here in the studio. What can you tell us about? What are your current projects?
Good question. Kind of in the works. I have my old buddy Andrew. We've had tons of bands together, and between us, we have a few projects. We kind of play some folky stuff. Our friend Lawrence and Roy, and we have a band with Roy, a reggae band, Over Trees. And we've had a lot of punk bands over the years, but we still have the punk stuff. But when we record it, we don't know what name we're going to use, so it needs a new name. The Aliases of Life. And who else? And with Casey, our Smoking Butts band, we're going to do something again, which also will want a new name. These dumb names keep fading into the past, and we want new ones. That's myspace.com/Smoking Butts with 3 T's.
Okay.
We did a half album once. It was pretty good. Actually, that's the video for it right there.
Oh yes.
If you want to play that, we'll play the audio too.
Yeah.
It's both, obviously.
So this is the Smoking
That's
Butts.
the Smoking Butts.
Yeah.
Me and Chaitanya, KC, one of
Yeah.
my best friends, and we recorded that with Justin Wong and Christine Church in 2008 at the Garage Studios in Burnaby, and I think they're in Deep Cove now or something. But
Yeah.
the Garage Studios is a pretty cool place.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's try that one, and we'll be back to chat with Conrad Penner some
Smoking
more.
Butts. Woo.
Okay.
Your clothes look much better on the floor. Breast pressed against the cello. Oh my, why can't tomorrow be today? Downtown's drunk again. Trying to forget everything, baby, that we could be. I swear I can change. This shit ain't got nothing on me. But Mr. Chris, don't you dare send me any money, 'cause then my feet won't be on the ground. Downtown's drunk again. Trying to forget everything we could be in. This house is drunk again. Your clothes look much better on the floor. Breast pressed against the cello. Oh my, why can't tomorrow be today? Yeah, this house is drunk again. Trying to forget
Joe Satriani is a rock guitar superstar. Don't miss his Unstoppable Momentum Tour Saturday, October 19th at the Vogue Theatre with special guest sit-down servant featuring Gordie Johnson. Tickets available online at northerntickets.com, by phone at 604-569-1144, or in person at the Northern Tickets office at 918 Granville Street. For more information, visit satriani.com.
Bonjour, Canada. I am your queen. You are listening to CiTR 101.9 FM. Splendid.
Okay, this is Stranded, the Australian Canadian music and talk show. Don't forget you can find us online at ozstrandedradio.com and on Twitter, ozstranded. And you just heard a track there from a project called The Smoking Butts featuring Conrad Penner, who is our studio guest today. He's a multi-instrumentalist and hard man to pin down because he does so much.
I don't even wrestle.
Now,
I should, though. Alligators and crocodiles.
So you do have there on some paper there a list of some of the projects you've played in over the years. How about you just read it out from top to bottom? And who knows, listening, people might be taken back in time.
I'll get mad if I forget anything. Right.
So,
yeah. Do
you want to go for it?
Here's a few. Yeah. Well, it started with our band Public Hair back in Ontario. And there's contributions from Andrew Leacock and me, Dan Orr, and Denis Larrivee. Sometimes actually Dan's band's doing great these days. They're called the Dead Sparrows, and they're kicking ass in Ontario. And they're actually, I think they're on Much Loud this weekend for their first ever time with their new video, Timothy. And they're putting out a new album, Dead Sparrows. They're kicking ass in Ontario right now. So that was our first ever bass player. Okay, so Public Hair, and then another band there in high school, kind of primacy, TH9. And then a psychedelic band with my brother and our friends, the T-Rips. We went for a while, and when I moved to BC, to Whistler, we were playing there twice a week. That was pretty fun. I was just 18 and 19. In Whistler, playing gigs all the time. And then we turned to the famous 47 when we moved to Vancouver. And 99. And I've had a few bands, quite a few in Vancouver since then. Kajma was our funk dub jazz band. I was the fill-in drummer. And Kentucky Fried Pickin' was a bluegrass group there. And then Andrew moved here. We had all sorts of bands in Vancouver, Thunderbar and Sacrilegious and POTUS and the Vomitorium. And there's like 5 years right there in 4 words.
Wow.
And yeah.
And that doesn't really include what you're currently part of.
Mm-hmm. Those are like a lot of punk bands and thrash bands. I still like to do that stuff. And then we got into doing some Smoking Butts, some funk stuff with Chitania there. And then Dr. Benway filled in on drums with my friend's band. And then back to Ontario for some stuff. Welfare Space Pirates, punk rock band with songs about Belleville. And the Drummers Guild was like a bunch of drummers that get together and cause a ruckus, and then they raise money for cancer and stuff. The Drummers Guild. Mm-hmm. We had a trio version, the Cave Monkeys. And just little silly projects like Inya. We do little, video game type soundtracks and speed up the pitch. And Tahitian Mud Mask was my band there last year in Ontario with Dave Melvin and Ron Berry, and then the Driveway Bros also with Ron Bro and Con Bro. Maybe throw on a weird ass Driveway Bros track.
Yeah, we could get to that.
Our goal was to make people laugh without words, so with ukuleles and guitars and flangers, I think we did it. People can't listen to a couple of those songs without laughing, but because they're purely retarded, but
yeah,
it's the kind of crap I like.
Okay.
Nice and dumb.
Yeah.
But in a smart way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
And, we do have some tracks of yours up on SoundCloud here, so we could go to one of those.
Yeah, which one? How about Space Racer? We had a silly little time. This was like a New Year's week at my friend Nathan's home studio in Tyendinaga, Mohawk Reserve in Ontario. Me and Nathan and Dave Melvin and Alex Mesa had a little New Year's week party recording project. We call it Pen 15. It's pretty silly if you write it out. And Space Racer was our epic 80s glam scum track. It's probably our most songish song on there. Everything else is just kind of a weird whirlwind of weirdness. Go down a bit. There was a Space Racer.
Yeah, we got that there. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I'll play that track, and that's a Pen 15. That was a good time. That was New Year's 09 to 10, coming into the new decade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking with Conrad Penner. He's a multi-instrumentalist,
Big
and
bass on that song.
okay. So we have a variety of music we're going to be playing from Conrad. Definitely not a man that can be pigeonholed. So we'll be back with a track from Conrad called Space Racer right after this quick break.
Studying abroad? Visit the Study and Go Abroad Fair on Thursday, September 26th at the Vancouver Convention Centre East Wing to meet with universities from around the world offering postgrad, undergrad, and diploma programs abroad. Find out more about admission requirements, programs, and scholarships. Check out our travel zone for volunteering, language programs, adventure travel, and work abroad. Expo opens at 3 p.m., but come early at 2 p.m. for our feature seminar on scholarships. Admission is free. Check the website for more info at www.studyandgoabroad.com.
Looking for a race. Space being waiting at the end. Come back to my face. Space rejected. Little to my sidewalk. Poison gases in a meal full of blood.
I undocked my rocket. Spaceport in sight. She opened her gates, and I blast off with might. Put it in. Space done.
Okay, so we're here on Stranded, the Australian Canadian Music and Talk Show, and a noisy track there. What can you tell us, Conrad? That was on your SoundCloud.
Space Racer. That was basically the sound of us going through New Year's for idiots in Buddy's bedroom studio. We set up a bunch of cymbals along the floor and letting around hitting triplets. That was kind of how the recording session was, and a bunch of beer, a bunch of dudes having pizza and saying Happy New Year.
Okay.
Hometown buddies, so yeah, just being crazy together. That's how it
Okay. Well, let's. You mentioned this another one now called Driveway Tarp.
Yes. It's a tribute to my mom's house, I guess. Everyone would hang out there under the tarp in the driveway, and thought we'd call it a song.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of Conrad Penner's many projects. Driveway Tarp, and he is here in the studio, and I'm hoping, I mean, he brought his acoustic guitar along, and this looks
that
like...
project is in Ontario, in my hometown, so those guys are there, but I mean, I could play some of it here, and then we could play that too. But
alright, well let's...
the ukulele version.
Well, let's cue up this track, and then maybe when we come back, you can give us a live acoustic track.
Yeah.
Okay, so Driveway Tarp.
Ron Bro and Con Bro. This is Ron on the ukulele.